Hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. So what I wanted to do for you today is go through some of my current beauty obsessions. Now I know when people are like, oh, I'm so obsessed, it's like, okay, you like it, but no, these are products that I genuinely really like using at the moment, keep going back to, and actually can't wait to use again. And I just think they've become like the perfect, there's some combinations here, there's some other things, so I wanted to share those with you today. If this is your first time here, hi, my name's Robert. I'm a professional makeup artist here on YouTube and also in real life, and it's my goal to help you become a pro yourself, or just someone who's really good at makeup. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, then please do consider subscribing. Okay, let's have a look at my first products. Now these are two products I'm gonna put together, not from the same brand. It's my current brow combination, and this is the Brow Fixer Ultra Lift Brow Balm from Sheen, and this is the Sculpt Eye Shade Brow Pen from Juvia's Place. Now this is a shade Ebony, I believe. Yes, Ebony. And this is just clear, but this is one of the most, and there's loads of brow products I like, don't get me wrong. The one from Beauty Bay is incredible. There's Bare Brows as well, but this one is just the perfect mix of this texture, right? So it has that hole in that you can stick your spoolie in and go through brows, but the texture is almost like, it's like a solid cream, but it goes on like, it's almost like a cream. I want to say jelly, but I don't want to say jelly because it doesn't move and it doesn't shake, but it has a really smooth texture without having that greasy feeling to it or that balmy feeling to it. It's definitely more of like a strong, super strong hold cream. It's clear, so it isn't going to leave like any cast or anything like that in the brow. It doesn't leave like flaky bits. Say you have like dry underbrows, you know? It doesn't do anything like that. And it just holds all day, especially my brows that are super heavy and dark and like, you know, they're like proper, you know, I don't know what I'm saying, brow that I can't really keep tidy very easily. So that's a great one to try. This is a product that I get sent a lot of brow products, especially now because people keep adding, you know, brow products keep coming out. But this is one I think I'll definitely go for again once I run out of it because it's a really good hold. In terms of the pen, the Juvia's Place pen, I love brow pens anyway because, especially this kind of like combed through, spiked up brow, you don't really want to do your brow shape before because once you start pushing upwards, you kind of want all your hairs or all the detail that you draw in yourself to go in the same direction, and you don't really know what direction your hair's going to go in until you have, you know, spiked them up. So finding a product that draws on top of these brow products can be quite difficult. Some pens can dry out when you're trying to use it on top of brow products. Some don't draw over at all. The Juvia's Place one actually draws on top of this product. I was using the Glossier brow flick, but in comparison now to this one, the brow flick seems like a dulled out version. Like the color isn't as intense. So if you do want a little bit more intense color, then the Juvia's Place pen is definitely a lot nicer to go for. Okay, let's talk about blush and contour and everything else, and this is the Hindash Beautopsy palette. Now I know I did a review on this a while back and I think I put it down for a little bit, especially when it comes to being an influencer with makeup. You like try new things all the time and you always want to keep on top of new releases. This is something that I was like, I really want one of these in my professional kit. So I have two of these now. One is in my professional kit, but this is the one I was gifted first. And I was doing a look ages ago. I was like, what can I try that's different for blush? And I remembered this and I was like, oh my God, let me go back to that. Like, I don't like pink on me at all. I don't like pink lips, like strong pink. I don't like pink blusher. I'll occasionally make it like, you know, maybe I'll do a little bit of pink. Pink eyeshadow I'm good with because I can make it almost purple. Like that pinky purple. But I used Boy and Wonder together, right? Literally, I just did this. And I'm not being like, oh, get me. I discovered because they're right next to each other. But it isn't a colour palette I would usually go for. And I just looked at it and I was like, that is the most beautiful, subtle pink. And it's because it has that peachier tone right next to it, but I don't mind the pinkness, you know? And I think there's so many different kinds of pink as well when it comes to using pink. You can either go really over the top and have like this too much pink, or you can go quite natural like this one. in terms of shade and tone and make it look like a naturally kind of like flushed pink and just make it a little bit more subtle. Now see, that to me looks like I've been out in the cold and I've just come in, I'm a little bit flushed, you know. Let's do a little on the sides here. It just has the most perfect pink to it. And then I started playing with everything else again. And I just remembered how incredibly artistic this palette was and how amazing it was. And now every time I do a look, I try and include one tone from this palette at least. Because I want to discover it a little bit more and use it for like the artistic way I assume it was made to be used. So this is something that keeps like jumping back into my mind, like use it, you know? Okay, let's talk about highlighter. This is Alamar Cosmetics and this is the shade, oh no, I can't read the shade. I can't read that. I'll link it all below so you know exactly what shade it is and I'll have it on the screen here. But look at this highlighter. Look how incredible this is. So every look I've done, every video I've done where I've just done my makeup before, I've been using this highlighter. Look, it looks like liquid gold. Can you see? It looks edible. Like I just want to bite into it. Let me put a little bit on for you. So I'm just gonna put it right up here. But it has this intensity to it. But at the same time, this kind of like, that's just a really, really nice glow. So I like to build mine up quite a bit like that and I can see where it is. And then I'll go in with another brush and then we'll buff over it. Am I shaking the camera again? And just really melt that product into the skin. Look how nice that highlight is. And I'm just gonna grab a powder brush and just gently go backwards and forwards over that area. And it just, look, it's just the most intense glow. And it looks really, really nice with a full face of makeup with like your eyes done. I barely have any concealer on under my eyes, but it just catches the light. It just looks metallic. It looks so, so good. I just love it. I just love it the way it sits on skin. There's a few different tones in this as well. And you can kind of almost see like you can kind of see your skin underneath. Like it doesn't look like a color just whacked on top of your face. I love it. Absolutely, absolutely in love with that highlighter. It's so beautiful. Actually, I might try the other ones and see what they're like. I think there may be one that's a bit too darker, but one that's a bit lighter as well. Might see how that is. Okay, let's talk about something different. I never talk about body stuff, but I want to talk about these products from Zitsticka. This is the Silk Shake probiotic cleanser for barrier balance. And then we also have Fizz Fountain, which is an AHA BHA multi-exfoliant for clear pores with peppermint extract. Now these don't look very used and that's because these are brand new ones because I was gifted these originally from Zitsticka and as soon as I used them I knew I would want more, so I ordered more because I don't want to run out of them. So this is a body wash basically. I don't know anything about skincare at all or how it works with the skin, but it's a blend of pre, post and probiotics, I don't know what that means, as a nutrient-dense body cleanser that balances your skin's microbiome. That sounds really sciencey to me. It's a really nice body wash. And then you have the exfoliator here with AHA, BHA. Now listen, I suffer, and I'm not going to jinx myself, but from like chicken skin, you know, up on the arms where it gets like a little bit red and, you know, a little bit discolored and things like that. And this has helped a lot, like greatly in terms of the redness on the skin. Nothing crazy at the moment, but I've only been using it for maybe a month. I've had it now. But I just really, really like the combination together. My skin feels incredible afterwards as well. And I feel like I'm looking after, I kind of have this thing at the moment, and I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but I have this thing at the moment where I'm super, super intensely concentrating on looking after not just my face skin, but my body skin as well. Like, of course, I would hydrate my skin and things like that, but I would just use any old cream, any old body thing, you know? Whereas now I'm looking more into ingredients and things that I can use to help certain things like the redness on my arms. And it's great to see that kind of skincare thing making its way into like the body situation as well. And, you know, being able to take care of the skin here and here, you know? Okay, let's talk about this. So this is a mirror from Ilios. Oh, I'm trying to turn it around so it doesn't look dirty. I use it, so it's a little bit unclean. I haven't cleaned it. So this is an incredible mirror. I am actually going to have to... Actually, you know what? Let me take the mirror out and I can show you. This mirror inside, so you have a magnifying side here, and then you just spin it around and you have like your regular side here. You can also take this mirror out like this. I'm just going to pop that down just so I don't catch all the lights. So I don't even have it plugged in because it's going to be really difficult to show you with the camera on. So it is like an LED ring light, right? But it's not just any old LED ring light. So when you turn it on, you have the different kind of lighting. So you have cool, blend, and warm. So you have almost like that white ring light, your warm, like more orangey tone light, and then your blend, which is the two together. But it can go up to 10, 25, 50, 75, I want to say, and then 100 in terms of brightness, and this goes bright. I've been using this a lot recently. I've been using it when I'm doing like my eyebrows or doing like makeup. When I was going on live on TikTok, I always use this. And this is really great for, I know not everyone is an influencer, but even if you like to do videos of yourself doing your makeup, because right at the back here, so there's a USB plug at the back anyway. So this, you can charge your phone while it's in here, while it's plugged into this port here. But at the back, you see it has this arm that comes down like this. It's so cool. This is like a clip for your phone that slides in here. And that's where you can have your phone. Isn't that so cool? And then you just slide your phone in and you have a little setup there for whatever it is you want to do. Now you can't have a mirror in here at the same time because obviously like what would be the point? It's just amazing. And I do believe there's some attachments you can get as well. So I think there is like a longer base, a longer stand for this. But it is just the most incredible light. And I sometimes wish I had more reasons to use it other than plucking my eyebrows or, you know, laminate my brows or being on Instagram Live, whatever. But I don't. It sits over here in front of me, and whenever I use it, I can. Talking about mirrors and lighting, this is something that I most definitely didn't need, but I just want to share with you all because I kind of want to thank you all for tagging me so much in this brand. And this is the Disney and Impressions, I think it's called Impressions Vanity mirror. So this is the aerial mirror. This is so dumb. It's so cute though. And it has this little stand here where you can kind of like angle it, and it's actually in front of me now. I have a Cinderella one. This is my mirror I use now for filming. You have your charging port right here, and then it turns onto this blue light, the warm, and I think you have a mix. I think that's a mix there as well. It's not magnifying or anything like that. But I just think they're so cute. And you know, if they had Tiana, I would have bought Tiana, but they don't. So maybe get on that. I just thought they were so cute. Are they like crazy, like worth it? Not really. It's just a mirror with a light around it. But if you like Disney and you have like a beauty room, I think it's really cute to have some different mirror options in there. It's really not necessary, and yeah. Okay, let me powder my face. But so many people tagged me in that. And I always say, you see anything Disney, let me know. Okay, let's talk about my last two obsessions. And these obsessions, oh my god, a fly just flew right in here. I don't know where it's gone. That's going to be in here forever now. These are recent obsessions because I've only just recently had them, but I've used them every single day since getting them. So the first one is the Nimya Cooling Eye Stick. I'm not saying this bit because I can't, for some reason it won't physically come out my mouth. But this has just been the most perfect base. Shit, there's a lot in there. I just realised I just thought to wind the whole thing up. For my eyes. Eye primer. I'm feeling dehydrated. My skin is dry. My skin is crusty. Everything goes on so smoothly with that underneath. It is so nice to use. So I basically use it obviously around my eye in this area here, but then I'll use my finger and tap it on to the areas, especially in here where I get a little bit drier, almost like it's an eye cream. And it has this really nice texture to it. It's not a slip. It's not greasy. It's not balmy. It's just the perfect amount of surface level priming. That's what it is. It doesn't feel like moisturizer. It doesn't feel like hydrating. It feels like it's primed and ready for makeup, which is all I want when I'm doing my makeup. I don't give a shit about anything else. I don't, you know, as long as my makeup looks good and it lasts a long time, that is all I want. The other thing from Nimya, I like the whole collection. This fan, listen, let me tell you something. I've been drying my lash glue with this. So when I'm using, like, you know, putting the glue on the lash and I'm waiting for it to dry up. I'm waiting for it. Get out! Please get out! Just find a window and leave. Go out the way you came in, please. It's gone. We can all live our lives as normal. Okay, so yeah, when I've been preparing my lashes and putting a lash glue on, so being a professional makeup artist before I was ever a YouTuber, right, I never did makeup on myself, never really put lashes on myself. I did it once, right, to see how it felt, and I hated it, but, you know, now I do it all the time. But you could never, if you're putting makeup on a client, right, if you're putting lashes on a client, you should never blow on them for hygiene reasons. Or you can just kind of like flap them around or put the glue on and leave them, set them down for a few minutes for that glue to dry and get really tacky. key. And I never even thought about fans because I always thought, when I was doing makeup, I always tried to be extremely professional, right? So I wouldn't dare get out a fan and start doing this or, you know, doing whatever. This has been so amazing. It's so much quicker to put my lashes on. I just put the fan on its highest setting, hold it on there for like 20 seconds and then bloop, bloop, bloop. You can literally touch, and your lash is stuck on. No slipping around, nothing like that. So whether or not you get yourself a Nimya fan or just get some cheap fan from somewhere, get a fan for your lashes. Oh my god, it is so much quicker to get them on. That's it really for my beauty obsessions for like recent. I mean, you know I'm going to get obsessed with other products as well at some point. I would love to know what you are loving at the moment, your beauty obsessions. Leave them below. I'll check them out. I'll have a look, see if I can, you know, see if I want to buy anything. Thanks again for joining me. I will see you very, very soon. Please give this video a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and yeah, see you soon. Bye.